Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back. It's the Day and Night Podcast. I'm your boy, Freshman Feek.
My name is Cody Clayman.
And we are here 4th of July weekend. Let me ask you, how was your weekend this weekend, brother?
It was good, man. I just kind of chilled at home, watched a movie. It was good. I mean, didn't really go crazy. Didn't light the whole neighborhood on fire or do anything crazy like that. Just kind of kept it easy. I know I watched like an aerial view of the whole valley and just it was crazy, man. Like the governor wanted us to stay inside, but
that wasn't going to happen.
It just did not happen like that.
Yeah, I was out there setting the streets on fire.
Yeah.
Well, not me personally, but I was at my friend's house. You know, he had some fireworks. Neighbors had some fireworks. It was kind of like a little competition going on. But it was pretty fun, man. Not too many people, you know, social distancing still. You know, keeping it safe, but, you know, good company. So it was fun, man.
That's good. Yeah, it wasn't like the traditional one where you go out to the bars and the clubs and, you know, have a turn up and stuff like that. It was definitely a different type of thing. And you heard that they're charging you $300. They're fining you if you don't wear a face mask.
Just walking on the sidewalk?
Just walking on the sidewalk, anywhere, a store. If they catch you with no face mask on, it's $300.
Oh, that's wild. I didn't know that. Know that, but sometimes you got to force people to do something like that in order for everybody to fall in line. You know what I mean?
Do you think they really should have closed the beaches, though?
They did that on purpose only for this weekend because they knew people were going to wild out, you know? Because if you recommend that people don't go to the beaches, I don't take recommendations well. You know what I mean? If it's either I can or I can't. Yeah. So you don't recommend it. If it's a good beach day, I'm still going to want to go, you know? So, you know, there's pros and cons to it. I don't know how that turned out, if people still went out to the beach. Do you know if people were still crowded?
I'm not really sure, but I'm sure some people snuck out.
Some people still
made moves and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I think their goal was to just limit the amount of people. So if enough people follow the order, then it works.
Yeah, it's kind of the general, because you're always going to have that, you know, one-off people just go into the beach and, you know, swim and stuff like that.
Definitely.
You heard about Kanye trying to run for president again?
Mr. Ye?
Hey, Ye. He gets a contract with Gap. And now he wants to run for president.
10-year contract, too.
Oh, that's crazy,
That's
right?
wild. That's wild. But, I mean, we know he's not really serious. Well, I don't think he's serious about it. I think it's for publicity. Well, let's take it into effect that, let's say, okay, he's serious. Is he going to have to, like, dead that whole partnership? Say, like, if he was elected president? Because, you know, you can't have business, like, ties while you're president.
I'm not really sure, to be honest. I just know that since Gap is a generic... Like, it's kind of like in the mall here. Like, there's a lot of stores. I think that he's going to make clothing for everybody. Affordable clothing, not the ones that he currently has right now that's hundreds of dollars.
Dummy priced.
Exactly, stuff like that. So, he's going to make it more, like, cheaper, available for everybody. Kind of when he first was establishing his Easy brand, there was... his shoes are really hard to get, very expensive, and then slowly but surely he made it accessible for everybody. So I think
producing more pairs and just make it easier for everybody to be able to cop them.
Higher volume, things of that sort as well. But I'm kind of excited to see what type of apparel and what type of sneakers are going to be up and coming. I'm a big sneakerhead. I love sneakers. I always will be the day I die.
Oh, you know, just show the camera. Show the camera what you got on right now.
Hey, top secret. But yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts on him running for president? Would you vote?
To be honest,
you got Biden, Trump, or Ye?
I mean, I think it's too late for him to run in this election. But again, we're just talking hypothetical. Right?
Yeah,
we're having fun with it. I don't know. I wouldn't just. I mean, I don't feel comfortable voting for either Trump or Biden right now. But it's because I'm a lot more politically well versed now. You know what I mean? I focus on the policies and what they're pushing, the platform they stand on, not just I like his personality, or you know what I mean? Like even when I voted when I was 18, that was the first time I could vote, and I voted for Obama, of course, but that was before I really knew about policies and you know what I mean, like where they stood on issues. I voted for him because he was black. You know what I mean? I wanted a black president. You know what I mean? I'm not even gonna hold you. That's why I voted. But now, like, just looking at how policies affect millions of people, you want to vote for people who are representing the policies that you believe in. You know what I mean? So with that being said, Kanye might be on some, I don't know, man. He's on some wild stuff. I don't know if I'll vote for him. It'd be funny to watch, though.
It would be pretty legendary.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be pretty hard top what Trump has been doing, but
Wild shit. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. He'll probably make special apparel.
Bro, you think the MAGA hats is fly? Like, the Trump supporters? Kanye gonna come out with
Oh,
some
it's gonna
wild
be
shit.
crazy.
Wow.
People are gonna be in love with Kanye.
Yeah, that's
Kim
crazy.
Kardashian's gonna blow up even more.
I like what she's doing though. She's fighting for social justice. She's going up to the White House, talking to Trump, getting some people let out of jail that were like wrongfully convicted, or not even wrongfully convicted, but just convicted over like marijuana charges, and they got 25 years in jail. When now marijuana is legal, and there are people making millions of dollars off it, but there's people still in jail. From the 90s because they were selling weed. Now corporations are selling weed. So I like, that's the platform she's trying to do. And she's, I think she went to law school as well too, or she's in law school taking law courses, trying to get her law degree. So I think, they're trying to slide into politics, slowly but surely.
I mean, I'd have to see what his speech would be, but he's so crazy, says crazy things.
Huh? You're a Kanye guy though.
I like his clothing, I like his sneakers, I like his music. I mean, I guess I like I like the culture of Kanye.
Yeah.
Just his fashion,
He's a whole movement,
and just his fashion and things of that sort is just it's tier one. And I just like the whole fashion type of industry with him. So it's pretty. Yeah, that's kind of what I like.
Change the game.
I mean, that's what most people like. I think he kind of lost a lot of respect from some people when he said like slavery was a choice.
Yeah, true.
But I mean, I think his music is good. His clothing is good. You can't really hate on someone like that.
So, okay, that leads to a good question. Do you think you can separate a man from his art? You know what I mean? Like maybe you might not like the man himself, but the art that he puts out is good. So you still consume the art, still buy the clothes? Or do you think like if you don't like a certain person, then you can't support anything he does? Like if he puts out a cool sneaker, if you like the sneaker, but wait, Kanye did that? I can't buy it because of Kanye. How do you fall on that argument?
I just buy it because I like it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, whether I like the person or not, I'm still gonna listen to music if I like it.
If the content is good.
If the content is good, I'm gonna listen to it, buy it, consume it, and things of that sort. That's just how I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, these Yeezys are going for $3,000. I'm gonna pass on them just because I don't like him personally.
Right. Yeah. No, I feel the same way too. Like I can separate the man from the music. I mean, the man from the art, just like with Michael Jackson. Like I don't believe he did any of the things he was accused of anyway. But even if he was, okay, let's take R. Kelly, because we know he was touching little girls for sure. Like he recorded himself touching little girls and shit like that. But Step in the Name of Love, bro. Like when that comes on in like a wedding or a house party, like you gotta give a little two step to that. You know what I mean? Like so you can. Yeah, I feel like we should be conscious enough to be able to separate the man and not support the man, but if the music is legendary, you can still bump it.
Exactly.
And not feel bad about it,
Yeah, exactly. That's actually, that's interesting you say that, because that can kind of be portrayed with what's going on right now in our world of, okay, the history that's being taken down right now of, defunding the police. So they're trying to talk about take down Mount Rushmore. They're talking about changing logos on football teams. They're talking about
the Redskins.
The Redskins. They're talking about just basically taking down history and monuments. I mean, what are your thoughts on that? Because I feel that it does symbolize. We may not like the person, we may not like what they stood for, but it was a historical content.
I think you got to take it on a case by case basis, like
taking down Theodore Roosevelt or taking down, a president or somebody of historical value. I understand they may have supported something back then, but I don't know. I don't really think that it's necessary to tear down statues and tear down history.
So I draw the line. Where I draw the line is like if they were part of American political structure, like if they were presidents, you know what I mean? Maybe we can leave those up because they contributed to the story of America. But if they're like a part of the Confederate Army, like Robert E. Lee, like we can do away with that. That wasn't part of America. That was the part of America that turned on America. You know what I mean? Like who turned on the government. We had a civil war. That was the most deadliest war that we've ever had. It was a civil war between ourselves. You know what I mean? So if people were fighting on the wrong side, sorry, y'all lost. But presidents, you know what I mean? If you go back far enough, everybody was either directly contributing to slavery and the system that was back there, or they're benefiting from it. You know what I mean? So if you take it into a contextual view, you can't judge people too much on the times that they were living in, unless they were like a totally evil person, like they're fighting to keep slavery. You know what I mean? So in that case, then you can like throw them away. But if they were a president, George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, if they're presidents and they just happen to have slaves at the time, like I don't condone that shit, not one bit. But we're just highlighting the fact of what they did as a president. So that stuff I think can stay up.
Yeah, I mean, it was the era that they lived in. It was a normal thing. That's just how the lifestyle was. That's just how it was. Obviously, now if something were to happen like that, it'd be way different. There wouldn't be statues. It's just a different time, different era. So I think.
But the reason I say we take a case by case basis, because like the Washington Redskins, that the term Redskin, which I didn't even know, but I had a Native American person let me know, like that's an offensive term. Like that's like if the Lakers were like the Los Angeles like niggas or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like people would find offense to it. So you have to listen to like the people who are saying like, yo, the term Redskin itself is an offensive term. And if you don't think so, go to a reservation where there are and just start calling people, hey, what's up, Redskin? Like you may not make it out of there. You know what I mean?
What is a Redskin? I
don't know the exact history of it, but it's a derogatory term that they used to call like certain Native American tribes. I don't know if it was Native Americans in general or a specific tribe, but like that's how they offended Native Americans back in the day when they were pillaging and murdering them and wiping them off of United States. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So to name a team that is kind of like a slap in the face.
Yeah.
And the owner has been asked to change the name for a long time, but maybe now with the whole
maybe
climate.
Something like that I could maybe understand, but like taking down history and monuments, I know like case by case basis for sure.
The presidents for sure I think is
that's
just leave that up.
Yeah, something of that sort.
I agree on that side. We were talking about R. Kelly. I was going to transition. Speaking about pedophiles, did you hear about Jeffrey Epstein's girl?
Nah, tell me.
Just got arrested, bro.
What happened?
So I don't know. So for those who don't know who Jeffrey Epstein is or was, because he's dead now, he was a super wealthy individual. People didn't know where he got his money from. He would think he was worth over $500 million. He had a house in Manhattan that was $57 million house in Manhattan. But he was a super wealthy guy who ran in super powerful circles. So he was associated with Bill Clinton, associated with Trump, Prince Andrew. He had his own island in the Virgin Islands, his own island, and he would bring underage girls there. And it's documented. People that worked at the house said that they'd have parties and there'd be young girls there. But the big story is that he would have Prince Andrew there. Bill Clinton has been spotted on the island. What they were doing there, who knows? But we know he was messing and sleeping with underage girls. So that goes to show you, like, what are those individuals doing there, too? And so he got arrested 2018 or 2019. He was in top maximum security prison. All of a sudden, he just killed himself, So a lot of people think, like, there's no way he killed himself in there. See, the people he ran with, he knew too much where they...
Well, he was with, like, head honcho, like, big top-name people, right?
A lot of people say he was working with like, this is conspiracy theory, so bear with me, but a lot of people think he had ties to the CIA, and what he would do is the CIA wanted dirt on people. They wanted blackmail. So he would invite, like, let's say a Bill Clinton to the island, get him loose, you know what I'm saying, get him drunk, give him some underage women, if that's what they're into, and then he would record, like, have cameras in the room, and then later on, he'd be like, yo, I have a video of you sleeping with underage girls.
Wow.
So now you got to pull some strings for me and pat, you know what I mean? Like, he had,
wow.
Yeah, that, it goes deep. It runs deep like that. So the fact that he was in jail and he was going to be taken to trial. So people were like, yo, he's probably going to snitch on everybody. Yeah, snitch on everybody. So they whacked him.
Wow.
And now his girlfriend just got arrested. I don't know how she was just running around all, like, just free this whole time.
It's been a while now.
It's been almost a year since he died, you know what I mean? So, and she had the nerve to leave the country, come back. Like, she thought she was just good, all gravy. So she's under custody right now. So I'm thinking they about to kill her too, because she knows all the secrets if she decides to cooperate. But do you think like that stuff happens? Like, do you think conspiracies and blackmail with all these powerful people?
I mean, we've seen pictures of, like, Trump with little girls, of Clinton with, girls. Mm-hmm. So we've seen, like, those, like, kind of low-key pictures out there. So, I mean, I think it does happen. I think the wealth kind of gets to you after a while,
That's a good point.
You get bored of, sounds crazy, but you get bored of the jets and the women. You like doing like different crazy things, and it may be with those.
I had a coworker that told me something to that effect. They said, because he used to work at an investment firm in Vegas, and they had super wealthy clients, and he said that's how people with that amount of wealth, they can have anything they want at all times, at a snap of their finger. Whatever they want gets granted to them. And he said over a certain period of time, they get desensitized to shit. You know what I mean? So whereas we like models, like we may be attracted to models and stuff like that, they done had all the models already, so they don't like. So now their mind just goes.
They want to move on to something different,
more wicked shit. You know what I mean? Shit that they're not supposed to have. So it's wild. Like that's a sick trail to head down to.
That's insane.
That's wild stuff, man. But we'll see what happens with her. Hopefully she gets to go to court, and I want her to snitch on everybody. Bring out all the.
She may die in the same thing.
They're gonna have to be more creative though. Like they can't do the whole suicide in the cell already. Like y'all just did that with Jeffrey Epstein. You know what I mean? And we didn't believe it then. So if y'all kill her the same exact way, like come on now. But then again, even if they do, what are we gonna do about it? You know what I mean?
There's nothing we can do.
There's nothing we can do. That's the bad.
It's just like the mayor and doing the fireworks everywhere.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't want us to. I mean, it's just totally off topic.
Yeah. I was like, it took a left turn there.
But like,
yeah, you're right.
He says don't do something, yet the whole entire city does it.
Because how do you regulate it? Because
the aerial view that I saw from the news of
we're talking about the fireworks in Los Angeles for 4th of July weekend.
The aerial view that I saw, I'll put it up on the screen. It shows the entire valley just fireworks just booming everywhere. It's
insane.
It was insane. I never seen anything like it before, and it was literally, it sounded like a war zone last night.
But that's what happens when everything else is closed. Because a lot of times on 4th of July, like last year and every year before, when you have 4th of July, you can go to Disney World, and Disneyland themselves will do the fireworks show. Universal City will do the fireworks show. Now everywhere is closed, so what are people going to do? They're going to buy their own illegal fireworks.
How do you get them, by the way?
I have no idea. I think you have to a plug.
Amazon Prime?
Amazon Prime with the fireworks.
Amazon Prime fireworks.
I think there's somewhere like in downtown. If you go to like Santee Alley, or you can find somebody selling anything.
You always know somebody who knows somebody.
The plug, yeah, that's crazy though.
So. Yeah, I mean, the police. I mean, how do you patrol something like that? I mean, you're driving through the city and you just see fireworks going through.
It's funny. I don't think they were really regulating because when I was at my friend's house, I went to two people's houses. Another friend. They were lighting the fireworks on the street, and then a cop car just came, rolled by. We thought he was going to address the fireworks. He just drove right around the fireworks and kept it moving. Yeah, so I don't think
probably because they defunded the whole police. You heard that? They actually got passed. Now, $150 million defunding of the police. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about that? Do you know what was passed?
I think so. The term defunding, I think, is a little bit misleading. I don't think because they're taking that $150 million. It's like reallocating. So, because a lot of departments, I'm not sure about the LAPD, so I won't speak on it too much. But a lot of these police departments, all their entire budgets, a lot of it they're just wasting it. They're spending it on bullshit. You know what I mean? Like they're not even training the cops. Like they train for 2 weeks and then that's it. Like they should have training every 2 months, every 3 months. They should have to improve your training. So if you're using your money for that purpose, then go ahead. But if we're giving you $1 billion budget every year, and most of it's going to bullshit. The cops aren't paid well, so where's that money going to, right? So I think what they're doing with this defunding, again, it's a weird term to use. I think it's reallocating the resources. So now that $150 million, they're moving that from the budget of the LAPD and putting it into, after school programs, the Boys and Girls Club, putting it into mental health issues where all the homeless, you know what I mean? Like just using that money and reallocating it and giving it back to the actual community. Because if you invest it in the community, then you'll have less issues in the community, and that'll help the police because now they're not being called out to deal with all this, all the bullshit. That's how I look at it. I don't think it's just take the LAPD's budget all the way out and then, you know what I mean, they don't have any money anymore. I think it's just like reinvesting back into the community instead of just having a police state and militarized police, like with tanks and fucking bazookas and shit like that. Like, why do the LAPD needs to have all those war zone tanks?
What the defunding of the police is first they take the police officers that are at the schools that may have more violent crime, may have things happening, and they're no longer going to be at that school. Police officers can no longer pull over people for speeding, for things of that sort.
They
for
said that
violation.
in the bill?
Yep, for violations. They are doing a hiring freeze. Um, they said that about 200 people to 400, 2 to 400 people a year usually retire or quit or things of that sort. 1,000 people are estimated to take early retirement and quit as well.
LAPD, you mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
This is the first time in 20 years that the Los Angeles Police Department has had less than 10,000 police officers on the road. Now, that to me, that doesn't make me feel safe. I feel that I'm going to call 911 and I'm either not going to get a response or somebody. I don't think that maybe they should have these guns. I think that they should still be able to pull them over, maybe a tranquilizer or a stun gun or something of that sort. I don't think they need
that goes along with training, though.
Training.
They're trained to, if you fear for life, boom, shoot, and now they can say they fear for life for anything. Oh, he blinked too fast. I fear for my life. I killed him. You know what I mean? And then they get off. So
I don't think that they should defund the police. I think they should have retrained the police. Fire the police officers that are the bad apples, the one that are not doing it, who have even had take those complaints serious when they happen. Don't just brush it off and just be like, oh, it's okay. It was just the guy who made. Take that serious and retrain your police officers. I think that is more important than defunding. I feel that when it comes to money, print more money or figure out a way, raise money, do something of that sort. But to take away the security from the schools, there's going to be a lot more speeding. I don't know about how you feel, but like when I've been on the road, I've been seeing a lot of crazy drivers. I've been seeing a lot more speeding. I've been seeing a lot more.
But that's not due to them defunding.
Well, that's
just quarantine.
Quarantine.
If there's less people on the road, you're going to test your car out a little bit.
Yeah.
So
I mean, but I just feel like I personally don't feel as safe after having that passed. I feel that's I don't know. I mean, from what I just told you, that those things, were you aware of those, of what the whole defunding of what that included?
Yeah, loosely. I was loosely aware of it. But again, I feel like it also depends on where that $150 million is going to. Like wherever you were reading it, they didn't mention where they're taking that money and using it for.
They're taking it to after school programs. They're taking it to things that we for sure need. But I feel like we still need safety and security as well.
True, but I feel like they're not mutually exclusive. I think we can have both. Like people get mad at the notion of defunding the police. We've been defunding education for 30 years now. You know what I mean? So like people don't have a problem with that. Like the highest education people now are coming from overseas and they're coming here and so the notion that people say like, oh, all these illegal immigrants are taking your jobs. Like, no. The educated people are taking your jobs, coming from India, coming from China. You know what I mean? Like United States used to be on top of the education, but we're slowly defunding that, and we're no longer the. I mean, I don't know if we were ever the smartest people in the world, but we're definitely not now. You know what I mean? Like we're sliding down that, so we need to reinvest in educating our youth. I think that's a big aspect. So I think if they're taking part of that budget and putting it into, after school programs, giving kids, job training programs for kids too, because a lot of times they get into trouble when they don't have anything to do. You know what I mean? Like, what's that saying? An idle mind is the devil's playground. After school, if you don't have anything to do, your parents are working 2 jobs, so they're not home. You don't have any programs to do. You don't have any job, like sports or anything like that. You're probably gonna wind up with your friends on the streets. You know what I'm saying? Doing some dumb shit. So if you invest and give these kids an outlet where they can be creative, train them for a skill, trade schools. I think in high school back in the day, when you graduated high school, you were able to get a certificate, like a plumbing certificate. Like that was incorporated in your high school. Plumbing certificate, welding certificate. So you can graduate high school immediately and have a skill set where you can make money immediately. But we started defunding that. We're taking money away from it because some people, their views is that education is not right. It's a privilege. You know what I mean? So only these top tier wealthy schools should have programs like that. That used to be funded by the government for all schools, but we started defunding it. So people weren't raising hell then, you know what I mean? That shit came and went real quick and nobody cared about it. But as soon as you talk about defunding the police, like now everybody's on arms and stuff like that. But, I think you can have both. You can retrain police, but you can find money to invest in the inner city communities or just communities in general.
Do you think that they should have just printed more money? So that way you have both. I don't understand why
That's
you have
inflation.
to take money out and put it in somewhere. You can't just print money, or, I mean,
Okay, so first maybe which they should have done was do a full audit, right? Their budget is 600 million, 700 million. All right, we want a full audit, the public, because your goal is to protect and to preserve the community. So the community, we want to see where that budget is going to. 700 million. Each dollar, where is it going to? And we're going to see, because they're not paying I think police officers should get paid more so we get better people in there. You know what I mean? If you're paying them like shit, you're going to get shit people that apply for that job.
I couldn't agree
You know
with
what I mean?
that.
So if that money is actually going to the actual police officers, that'll help, I think,
Encourage them and want them to do a little
better,
bit. Because the
to do
more you
better.
get paid, the more like, oh, I like going
I
to
like
work.
this
I
job.
like this.
That's a
I
fact.
feel like police officers are going to be, to be honest, I feel like they're going to be a little bit scared to pull somebody over or to do something because they feel like they're going to get fired.
I like that though. Police, like, why are they pulling people over for speeding 10 miles over the, like, you know what I mean? Like, y'all have other shit to worry about. Like all the encounters you've had with police, like, have there ever been good encounters, or is it they're writing you a dumbass ticket?
They're writing me a ticket.
You feel me? So do you think that should be part of their job? Like, their job is to, like you said, you want to feel safe. So they should be doing shit that makes people feel safe. What the fuck is writing petty tickets doing for you? That's just,
so like,
it's kind of harassing the community.
What do you think that their job should entail?
That their job should entail responding to violent crimes, responding to home invasions, burglaries, armed robberies, stuff like that. But calling the cops because somebody used a $20 fake bill, you think the bill is fake, you're calling the police, and now they're coming out all aggressive over a $20 bill. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, I think we need to have a whole systematic society review of how police are trained and how they interact with the community. We have them doing too much. We have them doing too much shit. Whether, like, from a home invasion, robberies, into giving parking and speeding tickets. Like, that's a big range of of duties. You know what I mean? Those smaller duties should go to other, like, peace officers and stuff like that can respond to the petty stuff. You know what I mean? And then leave the heavy shit where they actually need a weapon for it. Leave that to the cops.
Yeah, and I also think, not just coming down to the police, but also like the fire department. Like when we call the fire department and say, oh, there's a car accident, we don't need the full hook and ladder, or we don't need like 10 cop cars, 2 ambulances, this and that.
That's true.
I feel like it should be more direct. Like when someone calls 911, if there's an accident, there's a couple cars, the hook and ladder is only needed when there's a huge fire.
Yeah.
I feel that that's too much. And
that's where the resources are going, though, because I think they do that to justify their whole big ass budget. I mean, little small thing. Oh, send 20 cars there, to show that
I don't think it's necessary.
This money. But that's the waste that I'm talking about. So if we do a full audit of the department and we see, oh, y'all are wasting a lot of money here. What are y'all doing?
Yeah, I think that should have been more or less, because I feel like the entire society should have had a kind of a vote on it, and not just the city council or whoever does that. I think they should have let us know, like, hey, there's 100 million going here, there's 200 million going here, there's 300 million going here. This is our budget here, and we could see like, oh wow, that's a lot of money for just that little portion. Yeah, I could see 50 million of that going to after school programs, things of that sort.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I
agree. Well,
we'll see how crime rates. We'll see how things happen. We'll see the effects, and
because I just want people, to keep that same energy. If the stats show that it is helping the community and crime is going down because of it, like, what do you say then?
There's nothing you can say.
At that point, yeah. But we'll see. Yeah, time will tell. What else you got for us, my brother?
Well, I think you were going to talk.
Oh yes, I wanted to mention about this is crazy story. So Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. There's been rumors in the past that their relationship is very open, but recently a singer, August Alsina, he hasn't put out music in a while, but I like his music. He had an interview, I think it was with Angela Yee from the Breakfast Club. He had an interview and said that he was dating Jada Pinkett Smith when they've been seen in the public taking pictures together, looking real comfortable. But he confirmed that they were actually dating, and he said that he spoke to Will Smith about it, and Will gave him his blessing. So basically, like Will was like, yeah, you can date my wife.
What? That's wild.
Wild stuff. Now they came out strongly and denied it. Will,
So like swingers, basically.
There have been rumors in the past that they're a swinging family, but I don't know. Would you ever consider your wife dating somebody, or you dating somebody?
Way, bro.
You never.
That is my girl. That's my wife.
You're territorial.
I'm territorial. That's my girl. You feel me? Like, I know you want to try and switch things up a little bit, but like, bro,
bring another girl for a threesome or something. But nah, no other dudes though.
Like, no, like,
yeah, man, it's crazy. How widespread do you think that is in Hollywood? Do you think that's like a...
I mean, I think it goes back to what we said earlier. People they have so much wealth and they can do whatever they want. They can have whoever they want, and they want to do something different or do something different that the public can't do or that they have always wanted,
That's a fact.
So I think that's maybe the reason why he would want to do that. Because I don't know about you, but a normal human being wouldn't want to marry a girl and be, oh, you're the love of my life. Let me also let somebody else.
Actually, though, I think that's big in, like, there's a lot of, because I used to know a girl who told me that she was a nanny, and she nannied for couples who were swingers. Like, they would go on swinging parties and she'd babysit the kids. So like, and they're not even famous, you know what I mean? But there's like in these like hidden hills and stuff like that, like they have swinger. Like it's more
the people common. With money, man.
That's true.
The people with money.
That's a fact. That's wild, man. But even in that case, I don't judge. Will, man, that's like my biggest role model in my life. Like
I love Will Smith. His actor is amazing.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, like that, like certain scenes and certain episodes that taught me how to be a man almost. You know what I mean? So I have much respect to him, and if that's how
Will Smith taught you how to be a man.
Like Will Smith, the way he carried himself on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, yeah, like character wise. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you don't agree? You don't agree?
I mean, he didn't teach me how to be a man. But...
No, I'm saying like the way he portrayed himself for the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the way he carried himself, and Uncle Phil too. Like I'm talking about just that whole show.
Dr. Phil?
Uncle Phil.
Oh.
Uncle Phil.
I was like, hey, bro, you're going a little bit more there, all right, bro?
Uncle
yeah,
Phil,
Oprah inspired me.
Nah, but yeah, come on. Oprah's popping. Nah, I'm joking.
Oprah's pretty. I'm not gonna lie. She's really like a miracle story of how she really kind of came up, and she gives so much. Like charity. Like
even on her show, everybody in here gets a
free
2020 trip. Kia Sentra or whatever.
Kia Sentra. First off, a Sentra is a Nissan.
That's a fact.
And Kia is no.
We're not plugging them though. We're not plugging them. You don't pay. We don't pay. That's funny. No, but what I was saying is, if Will Smith or whoever the case is wants to live their life like that, that's fine. I think this story is wild because August Alsina just came out and put it out publicly. You know what I mean? Like if that's how you're living, like keep it on the low.
Yeah, like don't let the whole world
why are you exposing them, even if it is true?
Top 3 actors.
Denzel. Will Smith is good, but I don't know if he's in my top 3 though. I got Denzel, Leonardo. Maybe Will, yeah. I might go Will. Close 4th, I would say Tom Hanks. I like Tom Hanks' acting. Yeah, so Denzel's my number 1. Leonardo, great. And Will.
I would have to agree with you, man. I would really have to agree with you.
Yeah, Tom Hanks is close, though.
Like, those are, like, solid. Honestly, I think one of my favorite actors is Robert Downey Jr.
Like Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Yeah. He's dope.
His acting.
I haven't seen him in multiple things though. I only know him.
Iron Man. Yeah, really Iron Man.
But
he was in Pirates of the Caribbean, I think too.
Oh, that's him. No, Pirates of the Caribbean is what's his name? Jack. What's his name?
Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow. But
that's the name of the character.
No, but the guy who plays him is not Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, I don't know. I can't think of his name.
Yeah.
Okay, top 3 music artists
of all time, or just my favorite.
Currently, right now, who's your top 3?
Currently. Drizzy Drake Rogers, number 1. He makes music for any mood that you're in. You want to turn up, he got music for it. You're simping over a girl, he got music for it. You know what I mean? So you wanna take care of a girl and her 5 kids, he got music for it. So Drake, number 1. Kendrick Lamar, number 2. And this is not who I'm saying who's the best. This is just who I feel personally. And my number 3 is Big Sean. I'm waiting for the next album, bro. I thought you were going to drop it on our birthday. You know what I'm saying? March 25th. We both got the same birthdays, but Big Sean is like I fuck with his music heavy. Yeah. What about you?
Drake, man.
Drake
Hey, if you know me, you know I'm a
Numero
Drake fan. I
Hell
love
you
me
always
some
bumping that.
Drake.
You always bumping that. What
Hey,
else?
I
Who
love
else?
me Drake.
Who you got?
Drake and Future. I feel like Future just puts out music all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, his volume is always amazing.
It's awesome. Drake, Future, and I mean, it depends on the on the music. Like, it depends on who I'm with. Like, when I'm with you or I'm with my friends, I'll listen to hip hop, R&B music.
Right.
If I'm with like my family, I'll listen to like oldies, stuff like that.
What kind of music do they listen to? Like,
like the 60s, the 70s music.
like hippie music?
No,
or...
like sitting on the dock of the bay watching.
Oh, country, like country?
No. It's like oldies. Like,
that's not a genre, bro. It's not a genre. Like, what genre of music?
I just know it's called oldies.
Right, well,
Alexa, I say Alexa, play oldies.
Play some oldies. Oh, maybe it is a genre then. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, Alexa, play oldies. Yeah. So.
Like Marvin Gaye type shit. Like
Luther
Vandross.
Kind of, sort of, maybe.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, I mean, to end everything, I like to say I'm excited to see what's going to go on with the sports. But I personally think
the end of the month, the basketball's coming back. Lakers and Clippers first game.
Yep. And I honestly, my prediction for the week or for the month, I think sports are going to get shut down. I think that they're going to start. Adam Silver's going to see, there's been several cases. There's so many cases, and then everyone's going to have it. They're not going to feel safe. Mike Trout, I think so. He doesn't want to. He's trying to not play in baseball.
He's on Angels, right?
Yeah, there's a couple players that aren't trying to play.
Comfortable playing. And it's all leads to the star players. Or the star players start
players, yeah. But I feel the Lakers are just, if the NBA season does continue, the Lakers are going to win. Like,
I hope so, bro, but I'm scared of the Clippers. I hate the Clippers.
The Clippers
I'm scared of them,
they
got so much firepower, bro.
They really do,
they got
for
so
sure.
much firepower, but, Laker gang all day.
Absolutely.
You already know.
Yeah, I'm excited.
But yeah, man.
Yeah, we'll see.
Great week, man. Thank y'all for listening. Keep hitting us up in the comment sections, DMs, whatever. Tell us your support, what you think we should talk about next week. And we love y'all, man. It's the Day and Night Podcast.
Deuce.